Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to everyone. Today, my group are going to present our Npdl Showcase. So, these are the R&D for both of these courses. The first one is Arts in Education. First, it will explain learning theories, basic concepts and elements of arts in education in the teaching and learning process with reference to current classes. The second one is to apply elements of arts in education in exploring activities, acquiring experiences and expression related to sensory of primary school students. And the last one is to evaluate visual arts activities, music and movement in English language learning in a writing form. Okay, so for learning and learning course, first one is to explain the concepts of teaching and learning processes in education, to describe the importance of individual differences and implications in teaching and learning based on relevant reference resources, to analyze the learning theories and teaching model and its implication in classroom teaching and learning, and the last one to suggest teaching and learning activities that could enhance learners' motivation in learning.
So next, I will continue with the big idea of our performance kit. The first one is it helps to increase the motivation in students. This performance kit motivates students to engage in the classroom activity, so they can be an active learner. Active learning helps students to achieve higher grades based on their enhanced skills and understanding. Okay. The second point is it helps students with the development of skills like motor skill, language skills, social skills, and art skills because this performance kit is needs students give feedback on the activity. The third point is aids teachers in delivering the lesson, which is helps teachers to deliver their lesson better. So the student can understand and engage well with the classroom activity. So the last point is to develop multiple intelligence in students. It is because the teacher will be able to identify the student intelligence and develop better lesson plan for them through the performance kit.
Next, the elements of arts in education from the performance kit. So, the first element is the musical element. So, the musical elements can be seen when the application from the application of informative fun lyrics. So, the music itself has the informative fun lyrics which will help students, especially the young learners, to gain knowledge about the animals. The next one is the visual arts. So the visual art itself, which is from the performance kit, it contains lots of various image and colors, which is it is incorporation to each other. So the importance of visual art is that can attract students' attention and students will participate more actively through the lesson and learning season. The last one is the movement. So from the performance kit, it has the integration of motor skills during the drawing activity. So these are the elements of arts in education from the performance kit.
So this is our performance kit. The title that has been given to this performance kit is entitled Animal in Actions. Elements of art in education have been integrated within this performance kit, which are the visual art, musical art, and the movement. This performance kit consists of 3 mini activities, including watching a music video, followed by a quiz sessions and end with a drawing activity. For the first activity, students will watch a music video about how the animal move. Then they will sing, dance and move together like the animals in the music video. The first activity is crucial as it can grab students' attention to participate and be an active learners, so they be more interested in the lesson activity. For the second activity, students will answer some questions that are based on the music video that they have watched before. Any correct answer will help them to gain some points, and teachers can give presents or gift for students who had collect certain points, so the session can be more interesting. Lastly, the third game. The third game requires a student to pick any animal from the video, then draw and color them. During this activity, students are free to do whatever they want, which allows them to explore their imaginations and creatively express themselves. All this activity will be conducted with the teacher's guidance. There are a few challenges that we face while creating this performance kit. First, it is not an easy task to create this performance kit since many variables need to be considered. We have to take learning materials and time management into account while completing this performance kit. We also have to understand which is the suitable learning materials to determine the topic we want to highlight for the student. Since there is a change in the textbook used by the primary school students, which are the ordinary textbook and the smart textbook. Secondly, we also have to be aware of the time management so we can plan ahead the allocated time to spend on each activity since each subject or each lesson has its own set time. So we have to wisely manage our time in order the activity can be enjoyed and learn efficiently. Other than that, the order of the activity is also crucial so the activity can be conducted smoothly.
Okay, so Assalamualaikum. I'm going to proceed with the pros of the activity. So the first one we have enrich the students' vocabulary. Okay, so from the activity that they have to listen to lyrics, this as if killing two birds with a stone, they are able to recognize their range of vocabulary and at the same time they could increase their vocabulary. And the second one is improve their motor skills. So this is basically for the movement activity, whereas they have to move around their body and like that. And the third one is capture the interest of students and give them an insight of how the animals look in real life. Okay, so from the video that we have seen earlier, the instructor could seen when the instructor said like, as for example, crocodile. So he's doing the activity like this. So that's actually resembles crocodile. So these basically give an insight of how the animals look in real life. And the fourth one is freedom to explore their imagination and express and perform their artistic skills. So this is more likely towards the drawing activity, whereas they are free to like sketch or do anything that they want from at the paper. So yeah, from that, their imagination is not limited. And we're moving on to the cons, which is some slow learners may have difficulties in understanding and following the instruction. As we could see in the video, like it's kind of like fast. So if for the slow learners, they might be thinking, they're just trying to sing in the information and then it's already proceed to the next one. Okay. And then the last one is accessibility, which means that in the classroom, the students need to set up the LCD projector so that it looks bigger. It's not like they have to display it in their laptop screen because the whole class will not be able to see it.
I think that's all for our group and I hope you enjoy our presentations. So thank you for listening.